Welcome to Called to Homeschool with your host, Meg Thomas. I am a mother of 7 with 5 homeschool graduates. Each week, we'll talk about real-life homeschool, mindset shifts, and practical tools you can use in your home. Because homeschooling isn't just about school, it's about restoring the family. Hello, welcome back, my friends. I am really excited to dive into this episode because I want to talk about if you ever wondered how big your homeschool could be. If you're a dreamer, if you have amazing, crazy ideas, could I create this? This episode is for you. So as many of you know, I love to travel. I had, if you remember last year, I had Ariane on the podcast who did world schooling. I've done some traveling in the past, and my dream has been to study an area and then go there and travel there. So I got to do it a little bit with my adult daughter last year, but I really wanted to make it actually our whole homeschool, not just traveling with an adult, which I love, but actually having this be our homeschool and what we're doing in our day-to-day stuff. Well, today my dream is coming true. So allow me to explain. Years ago, we stopped doing Christmas presents. I sound exciting. But at the time I had 5 little kids and I had just started homeschooling. We had had a good year financially. We've been self-employed forever. So anybody who's been self-employed forever knows ebbs and flows. But that was a good year. And so I was really excited to give my kids a big Christmas. Now, at the time, I had this neighbor who was a diehard for Black Friday, for shopping for deals, and she took me Black Friday shopping. We were up at midnight at Toys R Us. I don't even know if that's a store anymore. But I was really there to get some really great deals and to do all this amazing stuff for my kids. I spent most of December teaching all day, running the house all day, and then in the evenings, after my kids went to bed, I was shopping and wrapping presents. Now, if you know this about me, I am not a night owl. I actually don't even really enjoy it to stay up late. I will stay up late a few times every now and then, but most of the time I do not enjoy it. So this was really hard for me to be going all day long and then doing this at night instead of just relaxing. But I knew it was going to be worth it. So I kept it up all month long. Then Christmas morning came. My babies had Nerf guns, paint sets, dolls, clothes, and all these amazing presents that they had wanted. And by the end of the day, some of the stuff they had already been broken or lost. A few days later, toys were forgotten, and we were left with a big mess. I told my husband I was never going to do a big Christmas again. So we started to give the kids a vacation for Christmas instead of presents. Some years we have gone on amazing trips like to Hawaii and Puerto Rico. We've done road trips. We did Mount Rushmore, the Redwoods, and some other San Diego, some really great road trips. We even had some years where we were really tight on cash, and we had a really simple Christmas. One year our bathroom fell apart right before the holiday season. And we had an unexpected remodel we had to do. And so we said, we're just doing one family present. Well, one of the perks of having less kids at home is that I'm taking less kids on a trip with us. And this year's Christmas trip, we are going with a few of the kids to England and Ireland. We are headed there today, this afternoon. We are headed on a plane to head on over to England for a while and then over to Ireland. Our homeschool this year has been one of my favorites because we have been doing a deep dive of England. Now, in the beginning of our school year, I wasn't sure if I could make Ireland work. So when I found out I could, we added that in too. But mostly it has been about England. We have made epic timelines of the royal families, including when the Magna Carta came out, the Black Plague and how that affected people, the 100 Years' War, William Tyndale, the translation of the Bible. We threw in bits of the American Revolution from England's point of view and went all the way until Queen Victoria. We had studied World War I and World War II a couple of years ago, so I didn't spend a lot of time with that this year. We studied English painters, the British invasion with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. We've read Shakespeare and learned all about him. We read about Isaac Newton for science and William Wilberforce, who helped end slave trade. We've studied geography with all the places that England conquered. It has been amazing, and I hope that we can continue this and for every year. Friends, this has been my dream for a very long time, and it has taken a lot of work and sacrifice to get here. Some of the things we've done is being careful with our money in other areas so that we can go on this trip. We rarely eat out. We rarely buy name brand clothes. We have a pretty modest home, and the last couple of years I've utilized programs like Open Ed to reimburse our homeschool expenses. Remember, I don't do Christmas presents, and I really don't do birthday presents either. I also have my kids pay for a lot of their own clothes once they hit 13, and then all their own toiletries when they hit 16. I also had to sacrifice a lot of time of doing research on the history of England so I can find great books and fun lessons. The point of this podcast is to remind you to go after whatever it is you want in your homeschool, to make it as big and amazing as you want to. Do not give up on your homeschool dream. In the beginning, my dream was to create an awesome family culture and homeschool. And I did it. And it was so fun. And now my dream has been to study a place and then go there. Both dreams have taken effort and consistency, but they are becoming realities. So I want to remind you to dream big in your homeschool. Write it down. Then start thinking of ways you might be able to make it happen. Now remember, this did not happen overnight for me. This has taken years to get here. And so don't be shocked or upset or thinking you're doing something wrong if it doesn't happen in 1 year or a couple of years. Big dreams take time. So dream big in your homeschool. And remember, education doesn't have to stay inside the walls of your homeschool if that's part of your dream. It can look however you want it to look. What if your dream is doing school in parks and in nature? Or maybe your dream is doing it in home and the peace that you feel there and the beauty that you have in your home. So friend, I want to challenge you to go after your dreams and dream big in homeschool. And if you want to share your dreams with me, please do. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at Coach Meg Thomas and tell me your dreams, because I want to celebrate with you, be excited with you, and help you as you're creating those dreams. So friends, I will be posting all week on Instagram and Facebook of our trip. So if you want to head over there, please do. You can follow along with some of the things that we've done. And I want you to have an amazing week and dream as big as you dare. So go for it, my friends. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks so much for listening to Call to Homeschool. If today's episode was helpful, the best way you can support the show is by leaving a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It helps more homeschool moms find this work, and I appreciate it so much.